They're in the middle. So it's really three-dimensional, and you can really find it quite a bit around the town. But then there are a lot of buildings, especially below the tower of the castle, that have similar patterns but only painted. But from far away it's also looking three-dimensional, so often you have to get closer to the building to see if it's the scratch technique or only the painted one. The painted one was definitely cheap. And this building with the five closes is also interesting because that's where the Italian painters used to live while working for the Rosenberg family. So they were staying here, and often when they start the construction of the buildings, they find beautiful frescoes. If later you peek into this little shop, then or even now you can look through the door, the ceiling is beautifully covered with frescoes from the 15th and 16th century. You have to look at the ceiling, ladies, okay? And on the castle step, you find a window where they are baking the cookie. You'll find it around the town quite a bit. It's called trdelník. You can read it above the window, and it's a pastry. It's like a donut. It's a piece of dough which they roll in sugar, nuts, and cinnamon roasted above the fire, and then they roll it warm again in the sugar nuts, and it smells good, and it's nice for snack.
You have this in Hungary too?
Exactly. We used to be one country,
Right,
the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, and that's why you find it in Hungary as well. You can really see a lot of the jewelry around the town. A lot of the amber in the window. So once a while, they lived in the castle for 50 years, and he fell in love with Barbara's daughter. Her name was Margareta, and he took Margareta with him up to the castle. But he was really a crazy man. One day he injured Margareta, and he threw her out of the window. But she was quite lucky because they used to throw all the rubbish out of the windows as well. So she landed into the nest, but Margareta didn't die. So her parents got very good. And after the movie found out, so he put the father into prison. And after about 5 weeks, Margareta finally decided to take him off a low path check and live for long. And before we get to the building, but I wanted to show you this side of the building here. Oh, wow. Since we are in UNESCO, then all the restoration is really strict in our town, and so they can restore only time or they have some evidence about. And on this building, you find beautiful pictures, but between the windows there are feet, arms, no body, and then here's the Rosenberg pond that we heard at noon, but he's missing a leg. And the reason is that they haven't found enough of it to restore it completely. And so that's why they restored only the part they found there. It was hidden under the facade of the palace. Police? And they have private Skoda. Yes, right, the Czech car. Yeah. So you can imagine when they started the reconstruction 24 years ago, then often they found these pictures underneath the plasters. And before we get to the main square, most of the buildings are owned privately nowadays, and The best time to buy the houses here was during 1990, right after the revolution.
Fantastic.
Japanese group I'm going to have now.
Oh.
Yes, yes. The apartment buildings, unfortunately, they built this neighborhood up on the hill. This was the last neighborhood built. There was gypsies and all people and it's a shame because we have other neighborhoods like that, but we have so function we haven't seen only is neighborhood life in Chimney. They are south, the first courtyard of the castle, and if you go from there to
He's hanging out of the boat. There he goes. Crazy. Well, how did he get in the water? I'm pretty sure he'd actually jumped in.
He was laying face down across the boat.
Yeah.
So when they made the turn, he just slid right off.
Oh, really? I tell you what, I hope he doesn't hit rocks. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah. It's like you're going to feel it.
Freezing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the one thing with me not having my computer is I'm not putting them into folders by state,
Ah,
by
by town.
by tour. I should have taken a picture.
I'd imagine this might actually snow right over.
And the room. Don't laugh. We had those pine trees in our gutter.
That was a full front
I
tree.
know. That would have been awesome.
Teepees over there. Thinks they're not native.
I didn't know they had American.
Camping through the Congo.
That's the very end picture. So you just into the picture. And that's the one. That's
Is this the tower that she was pointing me to from the?
Not the beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is a paper factory, and because of this industry here, the river was really polluted till the end of socialism. As Cesky Krumlov is surrounded by the Vltava, often the whole town center was stinking. There used to be a lot of foam on the river. Now they, thank God, don't pollute the environment anymore. They do, but not the water, so you can at least not see it anymore, that they pollute the environment. And many rare species have come back to the Vltava, the brown trout. Perhaps you saw them under the river, the small fish that would be the brown trout. Then also the freshwater pearl mussel. So there's really a lot to discover here in this big national park. But we're actually already leaving and soon we're going to cross the border to Austria. That's now Czech beer hall music, Papa music. Do you like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
We need beer.
Yeah, I was going to say, shouldn't it?
Jolly. It makes
It's like teasing us.
Yes.
Did you taste the beer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How was it?
good.
Was it tiring a little? No? So I definitely had too much for lunch. I feel like a dumpling, just about to burst. For her, she then wrote numerous letters to her brother to free her, but that was all in vain. Yeah, and she had to stay with her husband until he died. When he died, he cursed her, and she then became a ghost after she had passed away. And even nowadays, they see her every now and then roaming through the staterooms of the castle of Rosenberg, but they recently saw her also in Cesky Krumlov. So the sun has come back, it's a gorgeous scenery. Wonderful.
I'll lead yours, Linda. I can't.
We are going to drive slowly over the bridge that you can enjoy the panorama on the left. That's the castle of Rosenberg. The Czechs call it Rosenberg. Yeah. Didn't Sharka point out the rose?
Yes.
Which you can see on most of the facades. The rose with the 5 petals comes from the Rosenberg family. They were the first dynasty ruling over Cesky Krumlov. But they were the owners also of this castle here. So the Austrians would have said to the owners that they should tear that part of the hotel down, but the Czechs said it's okay. The Czechs obviously are easygoing people. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Austria. What comes into your mind when you hear Austria?
Ski.
But Hitler was Austrian. Nevertheless, there are Austrians who want to make a German out of him. And there are Austrians who want to make an Austrian out of Beethoven. Yeah, he was Austrian. He was born in a little nest right by the German border. It's called Braunau am Inn. And his father was actually a customs officer. Do you know why he left Austria? Why did Adolf leave Austria? Sorry? He couldn't get to the university, the art university. Yeah, that was one reason, but it was not the main reason. The main reason was that he had to wanted to escape the military draft. But he was then declared insane and not suitable for weapons and military service by a doctor in Munich. And due to that didn't have any consequences. Nevertheless, he then joined the Bavarian regiment after World War I had broken out, and he became a German patriot and forgot about his Austrian origin, and he actually loathed Austria. He thought that Austria would be a degenerated part of Germany, as the Austrians had lived together with so many different ethnic groups under the Habsburgs. Regretfully they tell us, but firmly they compel us to say goodbye to you.